Do you want to automate a garden hose or drip tubing connected to a faucet? I'm going to show you my favorite battery-operated timers for faucets and how to program them. Welcome! There are some hose end timers that are not battery-operated. In this video, I'll show you my favorite battery-powered hose end timers and how to program them. In our industry, controllers and timers are synonymous. They also mean the same thing. I'm going to use the term timer throughout this video. It's usually best to have a formal irrigation system with sprinkler valves like this and AC timers like one of these, but sometimes your watering is so simple or logistically impossible to do, so a hose end timer, or more correctly called a faucet timer, is the best or only solution. There are more battery-powered faucet timers on the market than I've personally encountered, so I'm only discussing here my favorites from among the ones I've experienced on my clients' properties. Here are a couple of things to keep in mind regarding battery-powered timers. I've observed that few people ever turn off their DC timers during rains or adjust the programming on them throughout the year according to the weather, so they waste a lot of water. People forget to replace the batteries. You should put a reminder in your smartphone's calendar to replace the batteries once a year. I've seen the choices out there over the years regarding faucet timers, and the choices are many. My favorite standard faucet timer is Rainbird's, with Orbits as my second favorite. I'm not a big fan of Orbit products since I don't consider them to be professional grade products, but I concede that these are sturdy and easy to use. Rainbird's is available in a standard and pro version, whereas the Orbits are available in 1, 2, and 3 tap models. Hunter's battery-powered BTT timers are my favorite Bluetooth timers. They're available in 1 tap and 2 tap versions. They're sturdy and versatile. It's programmed using Hunter's unique BTT app that can accommodate as many units as you want. They all run off of 2 AA batteries that should be changed once a year, as mentioned. Warning: if you live in an area that tends to freeze, then be sure to remove these timers from the faucet, take out the batteries, and store them all somewhere that can remain in a temperate atmosphere. So these are my 3 favorite picks: the Rainbird, Orbit, and Hunter BTT hose end timers. I recommend installing a brass hose Y like this when you install one of these timers, so you can connect a garden hose to your faucet. Keep in mind that when you automate these timers, you'll need to leave the faucet on. The timer won't let water through until the set start time, but if your faucet is leaky, then you may need to replace your faucet. I have these products available on my resources site linked below, and I thank you ahead of time for your purchases. I appreciate it. I told you I'd show you how to program these timers, so here we go. Let's begin with the Orbit timer. That other one's set for 5 in the morning, so I'll set this for 6. And it's a drip system, so I'll set it for 'and we'll go in the middle. We'll go 25. How often? Every day? Nope. Every 12 hours? No. Let's see, we'll go the other way. Every 3 days. Right now it only needs to go not even once a week, but we're just going to say once a week. Alright, it's set. And we'll turn it on manually to inspect the system. Now I'll program the Rainbird timer. So when you first install it, it's going to be in off position and it's going to show off. So if you were to turn it to auto, it would say not set. So you gotta set the thing. So we're going to turn it to this. set clock, and we're going to use the up and down arrows. It's actually on PM, so we're going to set it to 1 o'clock. Okay. And then it says to press OK to select, so we're going to press OK. Now it's actually Saturday, so we're going to use the down arrow or use the up arrow to get to Saturday. Hit enter or OK. Now we have the time set. So now we're going to set the start time, and it says 6 a.m. just for teaching purposes. We're going to set it for 5:30 in the morning, just so you can see how this works. Okay, so that, then we hit OK again, and we have 2 start times available, but I don't want 2 start times. If you did, all you have to do is just hit OK, and now you can set your second start time for whatever you want. So and then you just hit OK for that. Now we're going to set the duration. This is just a 1 tap here, so we only have 1 to set. So we want this to run, let's just say 15 minutes, and then hit OK, and that is set. Set the run days. It's one of the nice things about this Rainbird is you can actually set the days of the week. Some timers, especially the cheapy ones, have numbered days, and you never know what number you're on. So this one actually gives you the days of the week. So we're going to say yes to that. We're going to say yes to Monday. And we're going to go to Wednesday. And hit OK for that, and then we'll go 1 more and hit Friday and OK. So now we have the days of the week set: Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Okay, and it says that it's set. So the next thing is to just put it on auto. If you want to run it right now, say you need to water something, then we hit water now. Just hold that down. It's already preset for 10 minutes, but you can change that to 15 or whatever by doing that, and then hit OK. And now it's gonna, and you heard it click. So I don't actually have any watering to do, so I just did that for teaching purposes. So that's it. To turn it off, we hit the cancel button, and it turned it off, and it's back to auto. Next, we'll program the Hunter Bluetooth hose end timer. Once you've downloaded the app, open it up. It will automatically scan for a nearby BTT. When it finds it and quits scanning, click on the listing. It will ask you if you want to set up a passcode. You only need to do this if you're concerned about someone stealing your BTT, so I'm going to just click Dismiss. Now it automatically defaults to the off screen. I'm going to click the Auto tab so I can program it. Now we'll set the water days. You just spin this dial to get to the alternating day you want. I'm just going to set it for every 3rd day and click Save. Now we'll set the first start time. I'll set it to 9 a.m. and click Save. I don't really want a second start time, but I'll click it here to show you. I'll just click the off button below. Next, I'll click the rain delay. You can delay it for up to 7 days and click Save, but I'm just going to exit this in the top right corner. Just to show you the cycle and soak window, I'll click the cycle tab and click OK. You can figure that out, so I'm clicking the auto tab again. And just for fun, I'll turn off the timer by clicking the off tab. To activate the timer manually, click the manual tab and set how many minutes you want it to run, then click start. You'll hear the timer click on. Then if you want to stop it, just click the stop button. Down at the bottom right of the footer, you can click more to get to the settings. Click on the name of the controller you're operating and it will give you the option to nickname this controller in case you have more than one. I'm going to name this Veggie Garden. This is the place you can set a passcode to if you want. Then click Save. To get back to the watering schedule, click the Schedule button. Then click the BTTs button to get to the BTT list window that shows all your nearby BTTs. They won't show on the list unless they're close enough. And now it's ready to use. Well, that concludes the programming portion of this video. Remember your free downloads to help you with your irrigation system. Please like and subscribe to this channel and hit the bell to be notified of new videos. Thanks for watching. See you next time.